What's up, everybody, and welcome to tonight's episode of the Genetic Canvas, where we usually break down a morph for you all with cutting-edge breeders working different projects. And this week, we were going to be featuring the Java episode with Mark Mandic, but unfortunately, he had an emergency with his family, so he wasn't able to join us tonight. We will be rescheduling that episode, so hopefully everything is all right with that, and we send our prayers. So tonight we are actually going to break down a SERE recap for you all, and we've got a panel of guests here to kind of take us through the races of everything eventful that happened over the weekend, and exciting for sure. Lots of exciting stuff. We appreciate everybody joining us in the chats. Make sure you hit that like button. If you're new, drop a comment so that we can turn you blue. And yeah, we're super excited to recap what happened at SEER this weekend. And also, this week, we have a special feature episode coming this Thursday. And it's a special feature episode because we are hosting the founder of the Cosmos mutation. And we are also going to be covering the white flame mutation in that same episode. So make sure that everybody tunes in Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the Cosmos white flame episode featuring Ralph at Reptile. So getting into tonight's episode, we have a great panel backstage waiting for us, so let's go ahead and bring them out. How's it going, everybody?
What it do? What it do?
What up, bro? What up, Ron?
Hitty ho, hitty ho.
What up, Terry? How's it going tonight? Got your mutes on, maybe, but
No, I was still muted because I was in the background. Cause y'all, you know how EV Mux is, man. They be playing games. I'm trying to listen in on everybody. So, but what up? How y'all doing?
good, man. Thanks for joining. Thanks for popping in. We're definitely gonna still make an episode for you all because we never miss a week here, and we're still gonna make it a good one for you.
No
But
days off.
at the very least, we wanted to come out here, give you guys something to look forward to for the next SERE, and preview the
Still nothing.
event for Thursday. So,
Damn.
can you hear us now, Leland?
Nah, you can't hear us.
No, okay. Sometimes there's a little technical difficulties, but so
They'll get it together.
So how was everybody's weekend at the SERE? Let's start with you, Ron. First time flying into the SERE?
Oh man, I mean, like the event was eventful. I mean, like I don't even know how else I could describe it, but it did supersede my expectation of what the expo is. The Airbnb, the connects, the fun that we had all the way and stuff like that. I mean, like it surpassed my expectations.
Mm-hmm.
Good,
Yeah.
good. You
I feel like that's...
I'm happy because he spent that time with us on the screen.
Oh yeah. I mean, like,
So what was one of the smaller things that you would say exceeded your expectations? Something that maybe might be overlooked?
I did not count on how far the airport was from the venue. I did not actually, I never flew through Atlanta. So the experience of actually going through so many processes until I got to the rental, that actually took me, it took me back. So I wasn't really prepared for that. So that's the only thing that took me off guard getting there, which basically for me, it was a practice run because I do plan to make it a regular event to attend to. So I needed to know actually what to expect when I go through traveling and stuff. So I could prepare myself for the future events and then basically minimize any hassles that might spring up at the last minute.
Mm-hmm. Definitely, yeah. So really, nothing really negative other than the hiccups getting there. Then,
I mean, like, if anything, that's on my part because, like I said, this was a trial run for me and this new city, actually, for this new venue. And SERE is this is only like the third show, I believe.
yes,
So, like I said, the first two, I never got the chance to actually participate. I would only see it on YouTube. But because the way that basically I've been seeing a lot of people attending the
what up,
videos,
Frank?
it was like an event that I had to go to and see for myself instead of actually waiting for someone uploading the content on YouTube.
Yeah, yeah. So, had you been to any other bigger shows in the States like Daytona
Yeah,
or?
I never had the chance to go to Daytona. Um, my first Reptile Expo stateside was like everyone's starter expos is always a Repticon, but from there I've been to Tinley and I had the chance to go to DFW, um, Arlington, Texas Expo. And I gotta say, out of the two, I kind of prefer Arlington more over Tinley, even though Tinley was a lot more bigger. Arlington was a lot more. It was a lot more easier. The airport, the environment, things to do after the show, and it wasn't as crowded as Tinley was. Tinley is for a person to go for the very first time, it is overwhelming because I mean, like I said it before because I actually have a video, and you could see the people just flooding in, and it didn't stop. So that was overwhelming for my very first real big expo. Um, but nonetheless, I mean, like it's like an event that basically I had to cross off my bucket list to make sure I get the chance to hit every venue to form my own opinion of the ones that I want to keep going back to.
Yeah. So it sounds like this is the one that you've marked as a definite have to hit every year.
Oh yeah, I mean, like my goal in all this is basically is I want to set up a stand. I want to set up a flag and start even vending. I want to put up a table and show my stuff. So I want Atlanta to be like my focus point, and from there basically pick up any other chance. But I want to use Atlanta as my base where I want to actually put future vending prospects of my own.
So one of the things I want to mention that I noticed that I feel set this show apart from any other that I have been to and attended, and y'all can speak on your experiences also, but the cleanliness. It's likely often overlooked how clean a venue itself is, not just the tables and stuff, but I mean this venue is not only just clean tables, but it's clean all around. I mean, I felt like, and I didn't feel like I would vend that show and worry about having any issues with, you know, pests or any issues with the venue having, electrical power problems. I don't know. There's just so many small things that you don't look at when you attend a show. And you're speaking about, wanting to vend a show that you also are attending and checking out. I think it's important to look at the little details. They had power outlets everywhere. They actually had, um, I want to say they were like remotely located breaker boxes that they opened up. They had multiple accesses in the floor that they just
Multiple
opened up,
trash cans.
plugged them into, and yeah, the amount of just amenities that were available everywhere you go, it was just a well put together show, and I feel like that gets overlooked a lot too. Um, Daytona, man, I can't tell you how dirty that carpet and everything looks by the end of the day.
And not just the venue, but the breeders themselves, the vendors took pride in their booths. Like a lot of them got there super early just to make sure, oh, the snake poop, let me clean it out. The snake is shed, let me clean it, stuff like that. And even throughout the day, I've watched them If anything was out of place, they were cleaning up after themselves, or they're cleaning up after the kids who were doing the Pokemon trading cards and stuff on their tables. Like everybody took pride in their stuff. It was only two tables where I felt sketchy over, but I think it was because they were selling cork bark and Reptile chips. So you can't help but sometimes that stuff
Yeah,
gets
get a
on,
little.
that debris gets on the table. But other than that, everybody was damn near spotless.
Yeah. So what's something that you noticed, Elias, that stood out to you and compared to other shows?
Compared to other shows, man, outside of cleanliness, the amount of space, I have to say,
Yes.
between tables and booths. Like, yes, there were some that had to be close together, but at the same time, it did not feel claustrophobic at all.
And we're
Like,
talking about this show. Last show we didn't have as many people because we didn't.
yeah, because of Snake Discovery, we had way more attendees on the floor, and it's still, I still didn't have to feel like I was pushing up against someone.
Yeah.
Like, it didn't feel as claustrophobic, and you had people with strollers, wagons, everything. So the
I think
space
space and
itself, yeah,
organization really just play a big part into each other, and the
and
way
even
that
the
Bob and Mary
flow, yeah.
organized that show is amazing. They originally had the line for Snake Discovery coming in the same doors as regular general attendance, and they noticed right away. They're like, "This is not good." They moved
Uh-uh.
about four doors down, and it completely
It
pushed that
changed the
two
game. Yep.
thousand people. Just you wouldn't have even known that they were there. That's how
Yep.
well organized it was.
Yep. And even how they exit out, like people who are doing the meet and greets and shopping at Snake Discovery's table, even the exiting. So the vendors that were closer to that crowd still were able to, handle their customers, handle their, the people who were actually focusing on buying snakes or buying supplies or whatever. It was perfectly run. So shout out to Bob Vu and his entire team. Like, they were the volunteers, everybody. They were on it. They were on it trying to maneuver traffic and stuff. Like, it was top notch. And I've been to other shows with Snake Discovery being there, and it wasn't, even with the hiccup of the front doors at first, them pivoting to the other doors, like you said, everything happened so fast, so quickly, and so well
Yeah, I didn't even
organized that,
notice it happen. It wasn't
yeah,
even a hiccup.
didn't even notice the commotion. You just like, oh, that's where the line is now. Like,
Yeah,
how they shifted, and then the second day, how they organized them coming in. The early crowd, so they're not standing outside blocking traffic. They did a great
yeah.
job. So shout out to that whole team.
Totally an
You know,
amazing
I
job by
gotta
Bob and Mary and his team for sure.
if I could add on to that, I think I was the last one in the Airbnb that left that Saturday morning. So I was kind of worried about, when I was showing up to the venue, how long of a wait I would have. Now, since I actually did get the chance to go to Tiddly and the other one also in Arlington, I made sure I would actually purchase VIP tickets only to get that jump ahead so I wouldn't have to make that crazy
Yes, there
like
is
I
no
would at
VIP.
sea. Now, I arrived an hour earlier than the venue was supposed to start. And when I got to the parking, I could
What
see
up,
from
Anna?
the levels the line. But when I actually got down and I walked to make the line, the line continued all the way to the bottom. And I didn't even see that from the parking garage. So when I made that line, I was like in the way back. I mean, like it circled around. It really didn't take 5 minutes for them to start opening the door, and that moved so quickly. And then when they started giving out the wristbands, it didn't actually take more than 10 or 15 minutes to actually get your way into the door. And they had to open up an hour in advance.
So it was
So
scary
my
though when you first
surprise,
showed up.
yeah, my surprise was that seeing that line, and I was thinking, my goodness, if you ever been to the Disney parks and those
Yeah.
lines that they have in the entrance, you're gonna wait like 2 hours to get on Harry Potter or whatever. I was having that Harry Potter nightmare line, flashback, thinking that I'd have to stand there for 2 or 3 hours just to get in. but that wasn't the case. So that actually, again, going back to Babu, the organization based with the amount of people that are outside waiting to get in, it didn't take that long.
Yeah, and yeah, I definitely think that that's a big, big important thing to mention because I did see that, especially day one when they had like 1,000 people outside and they were like, this is a fire hazard. We need to get them inside ASAP. They moved them in so fast, and then you just couldn't even. You honestly, if you weren't paying attention to the line itself, you would have never even realized it that they were
and,
there.
and Bob, shout out to Bob. I know he was stressed, but he made sure it was as fair as possible for the fans who wanted to
Absolutely.
see Emily and Ed. Like he even told the vendors because some of the vendors' kids tried to sneak and cut the line. He was like, "Nah, can't do it. Got to get to the back like everybody else." Like he made it fair and reasonable for everybody, and it's like this every show, like this every NRBC. I'm pretty sure it's like that in Daytona. Wherever Emily shows up, it's going to be a crowd of
Gee.
people, and not everybody gets a chance to meet her, but they tried their best. Like even staying after hours, they tried their best and do the best they could with the crowd that they were given. But it is what it is. People cannot underestimate because I heard a lot of breeders. I was talking to a lot of breeders and vendors. They were like, I can't believe this crowd is for her. I can't believe this crowd is for her. I can't believe people are waiting these long lines to see Snake Discovery. Who is Snake Discovery? Like I heard a lot of that from the vendors, and I was like, y'all, don't underestimate the power of YouTube. And also, y'all have to realize since Brian Barczyk's passing, there has been nobody in the reptile hobby catered to the kids. Nobody. At
Yeah,
first, it was just him and Emily. At first, it was just Snake Discovery. Brian Barczyk is where the kids can watch these. This is their television. This is their Mr. Beast for
yeah.
the Gen Z.
Reptile, Mr.
And so,
Beast.
yeah. So now that Brian has passed, yes, his team is still vlogging and stuff, but he was the face. He was the personality. Emily is the exact same way. So even though she might not be anybody on the breeder side of the hobby, she is pretty much their Beyonce. I'm sorry. It is what it is. And it showed at this show. Like what we
Man,
had, like
when
over
when when she
4,000
came
people
out
through
and
the
that
door.
crowd erupted, it was like a movie star was walking out.
Yeah, she couldn't even go use the restroom. Like it was crazy. People were probably stalking, trying to catch her on a lunch break if she even took one. Like this is who she is, and we got to give it up to. I can't hate on her. I love Emily, and she's such a nice, dope person. Great spirit, but yeah, it,
I
it, it was just funny
appreciate
seeing the. It was just
how
funny seeing the vendors' reaction to everything, the pandemonium of Snake Discovery.
I appreciate the most how much time they spend with each individual person that comes to greet them and meet them. It's like, you know, they don't try to rush it. They were there till 7 p.m. on
Hmm.
Saturday. They waited until the very last child was able to be seen.
They didn't
So
want to turn no kid
shout
down.
out to Ed and Emily at Snake Discovery for making dreams happen and just being there for all them kids and
You
really
know,
supporting our hobby and
and
being that face for new keepers because it's not
Hmm.
always about breeders, it's just about keepers, bringing people in that are passionate and not afraid because there's too much fear that's taught in our industry, outside of our industry that revolves around it.
you want to know something? If anyone has a convincible approach to many people, it's children. So a lot of parents and a lot of adults, and I got to speak for basically, like for example, my spouse. They're hesitant to even want to talk about snakes or even look at snakes. But basically, in a children's hand and seeing their passion and their connection with this, they're convincing future hobbyists in the making. And I'm not even talking about the children. I'm talking about that parent that wants to buy a snake for their child, but ends up being a collectionist and a hobbyist and then a breeder.
Hmm.
So that crowd that was being brought in, those children that are mined the new snakes and stuff, they're teaching their parents a passion that maybe they didn't have, or fear that they have. Children that they're not born with fear. Fear is taught. So if the children that are that innocent and doesn't have fear, but more than anything, curiosity, you
Hmm.
know, they could pass that on to their parents. And like I said, it's a win-win for everyone because it's bringing people in through the mouths of babes.
Yep.
Yeah, it
Yep.
can it can definitely happen in a reverse way like that, where it's like, I've seen it where, not in the sense of like specifically that, where it's a child and the parent becomes open to it because the child doesn't show fear, but I could see it happening that way. But there's been so many times where the child shows interest and the parent's like no, and it's like you ask the parent, well, why, and they don't have a good
Appreciate
enough
y'all.
answer usually. Well, it's gross and it's slimy, and it's like it's not though.
And can I talk about a humbling moment?
Yeah.
While Jared was podcasting, because everybody was doing multiple things. So Jared was podcasting and he was actually interviewing Rob, formerly known as, the guy who was breeding with
Canova.
Reach
Canova,
Out
yeah.
Reptiles and Canova. He's doing his own thing. He was actually vending right next door to us. And I was like, oh my gosh, we're right next door to a legend, a retig legend. But Jared was in the middle of interviewing Rob on the podcast, and a child walked up, and him and his family asked us about the Whiskey Bomb Network. And so me and Brandon was standing there talking, and we were like, advertising and being ambassadors for the Whiskey Bum Network. And the child looked at his notebook and he said, I came here I know they came for Snake Discovery. He said, I came here to get some signatures and I don't have any. And I was like, oh, I said, well, just be patient. There's a bunch of, I'm like, there's a bunch of big breeders out here. There's a bunch, we got Snake Discovery. We got all these personalities here. You're going to get your signatures. And he looked up and he said, well, can I have y'all's signature? And I was like, well, I
Like
was shocked. It
LOL,
was such a
random.
humbling experience. And at first, I didn't get what he was asking, and I was like, because he was looking at Rob and Jerry, and I was like, oh yeah, as soon as they get through with the interview, you can sign. We'll ask them to sign your notebook. They'll sign it for you. And he was like, no, I want yours too. And I was like, oh. My house. And so I wrote a nice encouraging note, encouraging him to keep doing what he's doing, keep loving animals and all that jazz. Brandon did the same thing, and he got Jared's autograph, and it put that kid's face lit up. And
Yeah,
his dad walked up and whispered to me and said, thank you so much. And I was like, no problem. And it was that. And also breeders, so many breeders and vendors um played along with the Pokemon thing. They had Pokemon toys. They dressed up. They had cards on their table. They played along and
turtles
catered to
dressed
the
as
kids.
Bulbasaur.
Yeah, dressed the turtle up. The turtle was dressed up as Bob. So that was so dope. Like, and the fact that everybody embraced it and didn't see this as, oh, I better pay for my table, they all played along and had fun. Everybody had fun, the adults, the kids, everyone. I'm pretty sure the turtle dressed up as the Pokemon had fun too. Like, it was just a great vibe, and I love that. That's why I love Sear. Because you're not gonna see that at Daytona, not that type of vibe. You're not gonna see that at the Repticons or the. I'm just saying, because I've been to a lot of them. Like, you're just not gonna see that, and that's what I love Sear so much, and why I'm adamant. If I don't make any other reptile show every year, I'm gonna make it to Sear,
And
whether
all
the
we have to
spring or the
do is
fall.
keep the energy building every year.
Yeah,
That's it. It's up to us, It's up to the people who are attending and vending the show.
Slay. We got to
Slay
see
in the
him in
house.
person. Yeah, we got to see so many
Appreciate you,
people
Slay.
in person. It was a real legit family reunion out there. That was crazy.
Yeah, I got so much merch from all of you that showed up. I mean, I'm gonna be wearing everybody's merch for all the shows coming up.
Shout out to ENT.
Thank you,
This is
Elias.
Hell yeah, that's dope.
Ninja Turtles. Yeah. So much merch. Thank y'all so much. Y'all
So,
bless the merch
Terry,
god.
what was your favorite takeaway from the show itself?
Um, hanging out with y'all.
Aw.
Or was it?
And also I'm happy that you and Keisha were able to move around because last show I feel like y'all was stuck at the table the whole time. And the fact that y'all got to move around, Keisha got to play with the monkeys and stuff. Like, I'm happy that we were able to hold the fort down and, you know, keep the whiskey bum table, busy while y'all got to do what y'all got to do and make
Yeah,
connections and see everybody and do what you want to do is, you know, have fun while working. So it was
yeah.
cool just seeing that.
Did you got around the show a lot more this time, didn't you, Keith?
Yeah,
Did you see what was your favorite animal in the show?
I don't even remember.
Don't even remember. I know it's been a busy week getting back and unpacked and everything. So Elias, what was your favorite animal of the show, and what did you bring home? Put you on blast for that one.
Y'all trying to be funny. Y'all trying to be funny. To be honest, my favorite, and I never thought I'd say this. Now, I was never a Sunset hater. Never a Sunset hater. I'm rooting for the Sunset team. But at the same time, Sunset was never something that I wanted.
Mhm.
Leviathan and that Sunset Ultra Male, them two Sunset Ultra Males. Oh my gosh, that seeing it up close and personal, I that blew me away. That blew me away. And I will say, because I'm a puzzle lover and a paint lover, I've saw a lot of paints and puzzles on multiple people's tables. Shout out to Jersey Balls. They had some paint stuff. A bunch of people had puzzle stuff. Um, and even though the combos I wasn't crazy about, it was just inspiring seeing the animals up close, seeing how far puzzle has gone, how far paint is growing. That those were the highlights for me. But hands down, that Ultra Male Sunset, I was like, man, that
Yeah,
thing is beautiful. That
Just-
thing is beautiful.
Justin at Morph Jungle had one that had a little size on it, and
Mm,
when you see them as hatchlings, they kind of have like that. It's like almost a two tone shade difference, where like the blush is
yeah,
darker than the gold tones. But the animal that was slightly older that Justin had at Morph Jungle's table, it actually shows you that as they age, those purples actually start coming through that blushing better. So that was interesting to me.
yeah, yeah. I'm
Yeah,
not studying
see,
you,
yeah,
Josh.
Binford saw it, Logan saw it. Yeah, as
Yeah.
they get better, that's what I like too.
Also, honorable mention, Troy, balls and strikes. That
Mhm.
hypo pie that looks exotic, like black and white.
The
The
OD.
one look,
Yeah, that's a honorable mention. That snake at its size and at its
It changed.
age and color,
It
it's
changed
amazing.
color
Yeah,
like 3 or 4 times. First, it went from a regular OD hypopod to the colors faded, looked like a pastel OD, like a pastel OD pod. Then it went to an exanthic. Then it got to a darker, now it looks more like a true ghost pod. So it's crazy within 3 months.
like bluish looking.
yeah, that thing was sick. I was like, I can't hate on that. Y'all know
Yeah.
how I feel about hypos, but I couldn't hate on that. That was a nice snake to look at.
So, so Ron, what would you say were the snakes that were your biggest takeaways from the show that you saw, and what did you pick up at the show?
Darian, what's up?
What up,
What
Hey,
Darian?
up,
how's it going,
Darian?
everyone? How you guys doing?
I'd have to say, in reality, the showstopper for me wasn't like a super powerful snake, but it was the lavender albino suma, and
Oh, okay,
it
yeah.
was beautiful. They had it on display to be voted on. As a matter of fact, I believe it belonged to Steel City Reptiles. Um, but that lavender suma, it literally looked like if you had like a white canvas and you had like yellow paint in your mouth and you just splattered it all over, and it basically, it looked crazy. It looked like it exploded on a white canvas.
Yeah,
So
just like a
that
paint
that
grenade.
Yeah, that literally, that impressed me a lot. And as far as the Sunset Ultra Male, Nixon Reptile had a larger one. I would say close to like 900 grams.
Oh,
So
he
I
did
got
have
to
a big
see
one.
have it. I got to see Levians and as a baby, but then I saw the semi-adult juvenile version, and even though it did lose some of the sheer or the shine that it has as a hatchling, but it showed that it could still hold its ground, leave it at 800 to 1,000 grams. So that actually had a lot to say with the Ultimo project. Something else that caught my eye, obviously, was the VPI Exantic combos that I was seeing all over. Obviously, the Desert Ghost VPI Clown, that was amazing. But then I saw a fire lace VPI Exantic that my man, he
Yeah, Mike and
up.
Melissa,
Oh
shout out.
my god, that lace fire VP. I think it was a lace fire VP Xanthic, but
A
it,
pastel fire lace
oh
Exantic.
my god,
I,
that literally looked like my goodness, like that whiteout, but with extra shine on it, and I mean like that was amazing. That was like with VPI and seeing so many different varieties with that. But I gotta say, lace, it really, really took me back. I didn't expect to see the effect on that, and I have to say that was the one of the other combos I have to say that took me back.
heck yeah. Yeah, shout out to Mike and Melissa. They actually made a couple great pickups this weekend that I saw. So Clay said he knows mine.
And to play off Logan's comment, Barry Swoop, I cussed him out real good because he's the reason why I got that head puzzle. I got it
Yeah.
from him, and so I told
So,
I told I told him as I was paying, I was like, I hate you, right? And folks who were standing around, who knows why, they started laughing. He was confused. He was like, I don't know what you're talking about, but everybody else was just laughing. So yeah, shout out to Barry Swoop. You.
so
I'm
you
upset
didn't
with Barry
actually
too.
drop the bomb yet. What did Barry Swope specifically sell you?
Ashy hit puzzle mail.
Hypo. Elias got into the hypo gang with a visual too.
Oh god.
Everybody can turn around. Everybody can make a turnaround.
His name is Avino after the lotion. So yes.
That's a great
What happened
name.
to
Yeah.
Ashy Larry? What happened to Ashy Larry?
Ashley Larry.
Nah, that was two on the nose. That was two on
Two
the
on the
nose.
nose. That's funny. Yeah, my
So,
favorite snake was also well, yeah, was also Gary Swope production, which I ended up getting. That's why I'm mad at him. I spent
oh,
money. I wasn't going to spend any money, but I got my favorite snake that I saw at the show personally, which was a Cypress spot nose puzzle het hypo.
oh, you did get it. Nice. Good.
Yeah,
Congrats on
yeah,
the
I
Oh,
pickup.
did.
nice. I did see that on the table. I'm glad you got it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me too. Kind of.
And
Man,
the
she's gonna
hypo
do some
version that
damage
he
for
had,
sure.
You're
the
like me,
spot nose
Darian.
hypo
You're
puzzle
like
was crazy.
creating the catch-up packs, to supplement
Yeah.
what we made with the show.
Yeah. I'm just gonna be eating like soup for a
Yeah,
little
you
while, some
definitely a
ramen
good
noodles.
idea.
Same. Roman noodles all week long.
It's all
Yeah.
worth it. When she's on the clutch of eggs, it'll be all worth it.
What up,
Oh, look who's
Wiz?
here.
What up? What up?
I
What up?
got I
Jumping
got to say
on.
that I've been talking smack ever since the first Hair Down Fridays and stuff like that, and I got to say now I'm officially Team Butterfly because thanks to Jared, I was able to pick up a Monarch double head clown genetic stripe male,
So
and
sad.
Oh, snap.
the jeweler, I mean, like literally hooked me up. I mean, like he took me by the hand, he took me to the table and stuff like that, and
So sad.
it's done. It's done. So if anything, if you guys want to blame anybody, right there, the jeweler.
It was a willing pull, He was running as I
Yeah,
was
he
just
didn't have
running a
to
little
drag me that
faster
hard.
than him.
He didn't have to drag me that hard and stuff like that. It was like I was on roller skates.
Yeah, exactly. He was like, "Wee!" No, that's an
That's
amazing
what
pickup. I definitely can't wait to start working some different directions and trading some animals with you down the road.
Oh, definite.
So Darian, what was your favorite animal that you saw outside of that spot nose puzzle hypo?
That's a tough one. I was kind of obsessed with that for whatever reason. Like that snake is like perfect for my taste and what I like.
The
But
visual that he had, yeah, I don't think the
mm,
visual. I think the visual was just spot nose hypo puzzle, right?
yeah,
But
it was
that thing
spot
was
nose
mind
yellow
blowing.
belly. And it was, yeah, dude, it was ridiculous. That thing's
Oh yeah,
crazy. The
yellow belly.
color, everything was just insane.
Yeah,
I'm very curious to see what the allelic version is going to look like, the spot nose cypress, what that's going to look like, because I feel like that's going to be insane.
look at this. Look at this comment. Everybody's blaming me now. It's okay. I fully take that blame because I influenced a few people.
Yeah, don't hang out with, don't go to a reptile show with Jared if you don't want to spend money.
Yeah, I'll get
He's
you
just
the
going to start
deal that'll make you
negotiating on your
spend it.
behalf.
Yeah, I was saving money for Cracker Barrel and stuff like that, but that was gone.
Yeah.
If you go to a reptile show and hang out with me, you might end up eating ketchup packets for a week or two.
I mean, ramen's good.
That's the the Airbnb joke. You end up going home broke.
All in all, it's a great show though. Like great atmosphere, great people, great vibes. I mean, the kids were a little insane. That was crazy. But other than that, great. I mean, the kids weren't even a big deal. It was just like a crazy line. Like, whoa, almost
No,
knocked that
even the
over.
kids walking around, they were super respectful of people's tables.
Yeah,
I didn't
yeah.
see them. I didn't see parents having to tell their kids like, "Oh, don't touch that." Like everybody kind of knew the jam. Like, you know.
Yeah, there's no shenanigans.
My favorite thing was the kids trying not to bump into our cameras while we were podcasting. They were like, whoa, and so they running, doing everything. They're like, whoa, wait a minute. Like they saw that tripod. I was like, woo, thank you.
I was surprised you guys didn't have a childproof area behind the camera stand and stuff. And a little kid that would run by and stuff. But then again, they were all held back with Snake Discovery. So it was way on the
I told Keisha they should get some traffic cones to put on either side of the camera, just so like there's no way you can miss it.
Yeah.
Just hit it every time. No, I'm kidding. Don't hit it. But
so Wiz,
yeah.
What up?
What did you see that really stood out and caught your eye during the show, animal wise? I mean, it doesn't have to be reptile, ball python either, or anything. But we do want to hear what ball python you saw that caught your eye.
I stayed away from oak, so I'm not messing with that boy, and that's the owl. For those who don't know, and I did like the boas, man, that was over there at the Da Vinci display. That was probably my favorite display, my favorite table to walk past and just, you know what I'm saying, geek out.
Boa.
That black diamond, bro. Ooh. And then whatever that cookies and cream looking thing was too, bro. I was freaking out. The best ball python, man, it was tough, man. I'ma tell you, sleepers was that whole little corner over there with Mike from Herb Collectors, Steven from Weathermorph, Ancestral World Pythons,
that whole table,
Armless Angel, bro. That whole little, bro, they had heat over there, bro.
You can literally buy for 10 projects just in that little corner right there, and it's all power too. So
they also have free candy.
Yeah, they had all the candy.
And they had the Pokemon trainer.
If you couldn't afford real food, you could have went there for candy.
Yes. And they had the dope Pokemon trainer.
We would tear that candy up.
Facts.
I took a few pieces after my snake purchase, that's for sure.
No, sir.
And shout out to Armless Angel. I thought, look, they took that Pokemon
theme
to heart. They had these out there giving out to everybody.
Yeah,
that's like, you could become a Pokemon trainer.
It was dope.
Oh yeah,
that was dope.
Trainer.
That's such an amazing touch.
Yeah, I had to grab mine.
I grabbed one of them too, a yellow one, but I broke it on the airplane.
Jesus.
What up, Flakers?
I gotta answer my friend Dennis in the chat here. There were no paint animals at that show, which means I gotta start vending.
Somebody
no,
just
it was.
Jersey
It was a few paint. It was a few paint. Jersey boys. Jersey balls.
Oh, I didn't see them at all.
And
Do you know what they
someone
were?
else.
Matter of fact, my favorite one, they had a couple of them, could not afford them. Paints with calico type, like
Hmm.
calico paints combos, different combos.
I
Those were
think Calico's
nice.
a paint staple, but that's just me.
Yeah.
On the
I,
way.
Yeah, Calico has to be in paint for me.
Miss Mitzi, what it do? I
I,
Yeah,
seen
yeah.
I seen two tables with paint stuff on them. Jersey guys, and I can't think of whoever the other one was, but somebody else had visual paint shit on it too.
Oh, another highlight. I got a
Absolutely not.
exclusive. I have an exclusive interview with Genetic Genesis. That ultrasound machine that connect to your
Oh
iPad
yeah,
or
yeah, yeah.
computer,
Butterfly, yeah.
the
The
Butterfly
butterfly.
IQ. Now I can't afford that thing, but I have a dope interview that I'll be dropping. That thing looks nice. That is a goal or an investment tax write off that we should all have. That thing was dope. And they even did a whole demo. At first, their table was, I went like toward the end of the show, their table was kind of like slowing down. They had no customers. That man pulled that snake out to do the demo with the ultrasound for the interview. All of a sudden, so many people came rushing to their booth just to see that whole
Oh
thing go
yeah.
down, and it was amazing. So shout out to them. The Butterfly IQ um ultrasound is the future. If a lot of us don't have it within the next couple of years, something's wrong, because that thing was nice.
I'm gonna try to get it at my job. I was talking to my hospital manager about it. That
Oh
way
yeah.
I can, you know,
You
Use
can
it
do it,
double
yeah,
duty.
while you at work. While you at work.
I need to take this home and learn a little bit more about it. Type deal.
yeah.
exactly.
Exactly.
Let
Go
me do
I
some
need to
practice.
go look through
studies,
a few
some
of these settings real
extras.
quick.
Exactly.
Put up
Mofo
Matter of
more
fact,
fam.
boards.
look, tell the
Uh,
vet,
Racing.
yo, this sensor isn't working. Let me go tweak it. Let me go figure it out. I'll bring it back.
facts, facts.
I don't know if you guys
Away.
got a chance to check out Adriano's table, selected reptiles.
Adriano, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
he
yeah.
had like
Shout
a
out to Adriano.
good stock of monsoon projects. I mean, like
Hmm.
he literally had me twitching
Been
to the
He
rocking.
had a
point that
lot of
I
that thunderstorm on
gotta
his
get
table.
something.
Oh
Yeah,
my
he
Right.
gosh, so much thunderstorm. I
Oh
loved
yeah.
it. It just
Yeah.
it he just had clown in the mix and it broke my heart. But so much thunderstorm. So much thunderstorm. I loved
Yeah.
it.
yeah, but
Yeah. It
he
was a
left me
lot
with
of
like a nervous twitch basically when I went by his table.
Yeah, you were
it was a
like, uh
lot.
oh, I already spent my money. Let me run.
You started looking for other people's money to spend. You got some money?
Yeah, but everybody was already basically made the purchases. So,
No credit cards.
but
I
I
did
gotta
nothing.
tell you, man,
I was smart.
on the
Shout out to
ride back
Monster
home,
too.
those airplane pretzels did not taste better because I was like asking for like extra packs.
Yeah.
Yeah. We had
So
a good
I
time.
Oh,
actually,
speaking of comments, my highlight of the whole weekend is hugging Project Pat, Snake Man Pat.
Project Pat.
Oh my
Yeah, man.
gosh. The fact that
Shout
he
out to the
drove all the
homie,
way
man.
down there just for a couple of hours and dipped out on us that fast.
Bruh.
Granted, I
appreciate you,
understand,
Pat.
but
They had to get
the
that
fact that
job
we
in.
got this, the fact that I got to see him in person finally after all these years, what's been 4 years since he's been supporting everybody on
Yep.
everybody's YouTube and stuff. So shout out to Pat. Great to see you, bro. But next time you got to stay longer. Got to.
Yeah, and let me tell you something, Snake Man Pat. I mean, like he pulled me out of a crowd, but the thing is, he's been following me. He's been following my channel, I think, since 2016.
Okay.
So
Hmm.
Okay.
like he's been commenting, like crazy. And
Oh
when he
yeah.
pulled me out, and I was like, dude, you the guy that's behind the music. We were find the Hair Down Fridays. I mean, like you the actor, So I was humble when I met him and stuff like that, but more humble that he pulled me out.
Yeah, he was the
Cypress and
celebrity of the
Mace.
show.
I got a little snake here. One of the highlights of the show for me was getting to meet a lot of the guests from the Genetic Canvas for the first time in
Careful now.
person. Some of them were vending that I'd only met on the show and through online communications. And, just reconnecting with a lot of the old friends that also joined us on the show. But this here, I ran into John Bannister Boas that was on the leopard boa mutation episode. And
Nice.
I couldn't help myself when I came across this girl because if you go back and watch that episode, you'll see how much I was drooling over the Anery leopard boas. And this female is 100% het anerythristic, and then she is 66% double het leopard VPIT positive. And if you watch that episode, you'll pick up on some of those indicators that we look for those hets in these boas. And this girl kind of hits those marks. She's got the cross on the nose, which is a leopard het influence. And she also has the accentuated white bars on each side of the saddles. You can kind of see she's grabbing the cord. Hold on. But you get more accentuated white spotting on the side of the saddles, like little white spots there coming down through with the leopard stuff, and mainly that cross on the top of the head. But with the VPI hets, typically you get some widows peaking in the dorsal pattern. So this one here wants to kind of have some widow peaking on the top and the bottom. It's harder to get here, but you can see it's a very aberrant shaped saddle, whereas these are more like a squared off bow tie. So we believe that could be the VPI het influence showing through in a few of those saddles. So I'm taking my chances. It's at least 100% het anery and likely het leopard from the phenotypes and the het influences on the head, and even the darkness in the tail there kind of plays into the leopard anery stuff. So super excited. Shout out to Bannister Boas and Chaz at Low Key Boas for that episode, and of course the beautiful new addition. You had a snake there, Darian.
Oh yeah, he was in shed, so I put him back and got a baby that just came out. So this is Red Stripe Clown, either visual or het paint.
Oh, that's
I
gotta be visual. That thing is wild.
Yeah, that's got to be a visual, bro. Is that the one you showed?
Boss,
One of the ones you showed?
one of them.
Yeah.
That thing is insane.
The thing that's
Justin, what
making
up?
me question whether it's a double visual is the keyhole. So if you look at any of the visual paint clowns, and if anybody wants to see them, I've got a
They're
couple
real
pictures. Just hit me
wide.
up. Yeah, those keyholes are just completely blown out. So like there's some of that here, but it's not the same. It's not like I don't know
Red
how to
Stripe
describe it.
is going to typically granitize those keyholes, though, because it wants to
Yeah.
shrink them up a lot, you know? So it's,
Yeah,
to me, it looks like it's kind of the combination of it fighting and then the paint wanting to spread it back out. Like it's that perfect mix.
Mhm.
Pause. That's crazy.
yeah,
Yeah,
and
that
super
thing
nice
looks wild,
dorsal,
man.
nice
Congrats on
color.
that.
Amazing.
Thank you.
It's gotta be a paint clown.
Yeah,
Red
I feel like
Stripe.
it's a
There's
double.
no red stripe clown that looks that good.
Right? It had me second guessing the red stripe clown double at DG paint I made last year. So she was not that red, but she still has like red stripe qualities to her.
Yeah.
This one, people think it's going to scare people away from the project, but this is a red stripe Enchi paint clown.
Okay.
I like
That's
So
that.
not
brought
bad.
back a lot of keyholes, a lot of eyes back to the pattern.
Now, did you have any yellow belly in the pairing?
I did not. Not that I
Okay.
know of.
So
Why
that's
does
a
it look yellow belly to you?
I was just wondering because of how chopped up it is. I'm not sure if that's like, see, that to me looks like it could be the last snake with the Enchi stacked, reducing it more. So that to me looks like it could be the Enchi red stripe paint clown.
Yeah, I'm confident this is the Enchi red stripe paint clown
Yeah.
because I hit an Enchi red stripe clown double het VG paint last year. He's also in shed. Hooray. Look at
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Looks just like a
The,
red stripe Enchi clown.
yeah.
And he came from a visual paint, so he's 100% het paint.
Yeah, dude. You hit two paint clowns in that clutch then.
Yep. I
Yeah.
agree with you, bro.
Congrats.
All right, so we can compare
Hello,
to the
Emily.
one we made last year. I made last year.
Now, when you got into the
Welcome.
paint clown
Welcome.
direction, you made your own
Come
hets
on
to
back
start,
around.
right? Or did you buy
Say it
I'm
again?
heads
about
to
to
start?
smurf you.
When you
Say
got
that
into
again,
the
sorry.
paint clown, did you make your
Mhm.
own hets or buy hets to start?
So I bought a clown het, 66% het paint, and then a paint 66% het clown, and then started pairing and making my own combos and hets, different things like that from there. But I didn't do the legwork to make the paint het clown or clown het paint,
Okay.
unfortunately. But yeah, everything that's kind of coming from them and everything I'm adding in, that is, I guess, original. But yeah, so this is the red stripe clown het paint I made last year, and I thought it was het paint. Some other people thought it was visual as well. But according to Charlie's shed test, or his current iteration of the shed test, this only proved as a het. But it's got
Wow.
much more blown out keyholes, technically.
It looks crazy. So if that's only het, that's wild.
Yeah. I mean, I think she looks red stripe, but
Yeah, definitely looks red stripe. Especially with like the granitizing on the back of the neck stripe and everything. Right there in the neck. Red
Mhm.
stripes are real granity in the neck. So that looks red stripe to me all day.
This is where you want to be, Emily.
Yeah, Emily, you came to the right place.
Definitely tune in every Tuesday and this Thursday for a special feature episode.
Tune in every day of the week, Emily, not just for Genetic Canvas.
Yeah, every day. Good
Come
traction.
back. Subscribe. All the info's in the bio. You can see all the daily shows. What each one's about, kind of a little synopsis. Logan,
What up,
the
Logan?
OG. Go ahead, Darren.
I was going to show, this is the red stripe Enchi paint clown from last year. See the head stamp. So paint clown by themselves have kind of an Enchi head stamp already. And you can just kind of see that there amplified a bit. The
Yeah.
red stripe Enchi paint clown that I just hit kind of made me wonder if this was just Enchi. But
Yeah.
what do you think? Just Enchi?
I think there's a difference for sure. I think that the
Yeah,
other
there's
ones
definitely a
may have
difference.
yellow belly involved.
Yellow belly or something. Yeah, I agree
Yeah,
with you
because
there,
something's chopping that
It's-
belly edging up a lot more
Mhm.
than those, you know?
Yellow belly or something.
Yeah.
Something subtle like that, yeah.
Yeah.
So the mom originally was Poss yellow belly, but I didn't see any yellow belly in my clutches last year, but I could have missed it. I don't know. It was subtle enough for
That would make
so-
sense.
It's subtle,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
I agree with Jared on that one. Just the belly at the side gut.
Yeah, it's super granite, it's super
Yeah.
lifted.
That and yellow belly, like when you look at the yellow belly Mogwai paint and stuff, yellow belly helps the paint in the clown blow those keyholes out more.
Mhm.
You know,
Okay.
without that paint, like the one you just showed, the Enchi red stripe clown you just showed, or Enchi paint clown, sorry, that one definitely didn't have yellow belly, and there was no opening to the keyholes. You know?
Yeah.
So that might be just Enchi paint clown, which I'm okay with that. Like that, I think that looks
For
pretty
just
nice for just
paint,
Enchi.
that would be nice. Yeah.
Yeah, and like I can throw spot nose in there. What is that going to do? Because if paint's already breaking up the Enchi clown that much,
More than
just
that, bro.
what if you just throw in one more pattern manipulator in there? I think you can still make some really sick stuff that's going to have awesome color.
Yeah, and don't even forget about the ALS you can do with the Enchi, you know, black pastel, HRA, any of that complex stuff.
Way ahead of you.
Yeah.
Way ahead of you. So this right here is obviously pastel. I believe also red stripe. I'm on the fence on whether it's paint or not. You see,
Maybe
it's
just
got
head
the
influence.
yeah, it could just be strong head influence, could be a strong triple head influence, or it could be just a super reduced kind of paint expression
What up,
from the red
DJ?
stripe and pastel.
Oh, wow. It's a lot of blushing in that thing, man.
Yeah. Yeah. And I gotta, oh, don't you go anywhere. This little guy's not too crazy, but he's just weird. This is just a pastel.
Hold up, DJ. I got you.
It looks like it's got special involved.
If I could
It looks kind of like a pastel special.
I mean, it's just super dark.
Got the stripe at the neck. It's got
there we go.
got like the kind of spot nosy
wanna
looking
fight.
pattern. I think that's special, bro. I think you have special in
Really?
your pairing.
Huh.
Yeah, I 100% do, and that also would might explain that belly, how it was all edged up and
Yeah,
crazy.
and the dorsal too. And
Yeah,
the
I'm
dorsal with
gonna
all
have
that
to take
random
a look
pocketing.
closer look at that clutch, because it definitely looks like you got special floating around.
Yeah, and I only got 3 males in the whole clutch.
Like that right there, 100% looks pastel special all day.
You think so?
Like, to me, that's what it jumps out. And that last one that you showed, that was just the
Mhm.
pastel special, not clown. What
Gang,
up,
gang.
DJ? Thanks for jumping on.
What up, gang?
Yeah, that one there to me looks like a pastel special. It's got the darker dorsal, the white flames. It's not yellow belly because the white flames. It's got the striped out neck. It has that uniform pattern. I think you do.
Yeah. I'll test for that, because that'd honestly be pretty sick if that was the
Pretty
case.
sure there is a
That
test
would be
for it.
dope.
Yeah, can you imagine just already having special in paint clown? That'd be
Yes,
nuts.
sir.
But yeah.
It could be two things. Well, I'll talk to you about it later.
All right, yeah, we'll talk about it later. But these eventually. So I'm probably, I gotta see what I'm doing. I might sell the female paint clown, might keep her. But I'm gonna be selling the clown het paint females. If anybody is interested in
He's
those, they
lying.
still
He's,
have to shut out.
he's,
But
he's lying. He just said
How was the OTP podcast, DJ? Thanks for jumping in.
yeah. It was dope.
are you trying to mess up my
Oh yeah,
flow,
y'all
DJ?
go check out the replay gang after this too.
Yeah, if y'all
OTP
ain't
podcast.
subscribed, go
I'll
over
let the
and
homie, man.
subscribe.
You know how we
was
get
giving
down.
away mad shit, bro. Randomly giving away mad shit.
Drop your YouTube channel so everybody can follow you.
I got
put it
you. I
down there
appreciate
in
that.
the
I got you.
chickadee chat.
I want to.
And what was your favorite animal, DJ, of the show?
The one that I bought.
Yeah.
What'd you get?
It was something simple though. It wasn't nothing crazy, but y'all know I'm fucking with that Wookiee gene. So
Oh yeah.
shout out to Unc from Where
And
the More.
Scrambler. You got Scrambler too, right?
No, I didn't buy no damn scrambler. Why y'all keep saying that? Hey, but I will say this.
You love Scrambler?
No. After our discussion that we had that night at the crib, I spoke to Chris Herndon the next day, and I told him the same thing. And Chris Herndon, he showed me what it does on the visual snakes.
Yep.
So I will say that I will say he definitely showed it to me, and he explained, "Hey, bro, we got on the same shirt, twin. What up, twin?" But yeah, shout out to Brian, man. Shout out to my mentor.
Look at Prophet.
Hey, let me find out, DJ. Look at that big boy admitting he
What
I
I
ain't
do,
gonna say
bro?
he's wrong, but he doing something that somebody up here wouldn't do.
What I do?
Nothing, bro. You'll figure it out later.
Anyways, I got a Wookiee red stripe het clown female. Shout out to Unc and Widow Morse, man. Shout out to them over there, bro. Yeah,
such a crazy little corner.
I just fed her yesterday,
Josh,
so I
what
would show off, but I just literally fed her yesterday. But I do have a clutch. I do have a clutch that I need help IDing, even though they haven't all shed out. But I don't mind showing it to y'all anyway, because I know, that's what we do on here.
Well,
No,
let's do
fork.
it.
Look at Jeff.
That's how he separated.
DJ a believer. Scrambler, baby.
Oh, he was telling me how much he loved Scrambler all weekend. It's crazy he didn't get one.
Darian is a fucking liar. You know how fast I just learned that about Darian over the weekend. That shit is crazy how he lies. That shit is so
Yo, in case y'all ain't know, man, we really we truly bonded this weekend, bro. Like, we kicked it. Like,
everybody on stage, everybody on the panel.
Facts.
Stayed together.
Dude, DJ was a great sport.
DJ is the man, bro. Shout out to DJ, man.
Hey man, shout out to all of y'all, man, because y'all dope people.
Hell yeah.
Y'all made my weekend, bro.
Bro, we had a blast, bro.
Same.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I wish we all stayed.
I did not want it to leave as early as I did.
I know.
I wish we all stayed in the same state, bro. It would have been dope.
Dude, it kind of makes me want to move over there, to be honest.
Facts. You might as well come on. You ain't got to lose.
Georgia's a nice place. I would move there.
Save you some money.
Yeah,
Fact.
I gotta. Yeah, exactly. Oh my god, I can only imagine how much I'd save.
Let me
Don't
type
live in
this up
California,
real
people. If you want financial freedom,
Facts.
what
All
we
right,
got
so this
there.
clutch, this this clutch is that crazy that Enchi Ultramel that went to the pewter, which is pastel cinnamon blackhead carnage or nanny pinstripe.
I see you, Nick. Give me a second.
quick. I see Blackhead Danny Pin right there.
Hold on, I'm gonna start from the least to the most. I guess.
So pinstripe, Enchi, pastel, cinnamon, blackhead, and nanny. Those are the codums.
So the
Uh-huh.
odds of you hitting a normal are slim as hell.
So
Yeah,
that
this shit.
looks blackhead Enchi.
I think this is I really think this is a nanny, bro. Somebody else.
If it's
Somebody
if
else
it's
said.
not a
No,
black, let me see the
I
head.
don't see the entry
yeah,
in
that
that.
looks
No
nanny. That
Enchi.
looks
No
nanny.
Enchi.
Yeah,
Let me see the head again.
maybe blackhead nanny.
I don't know if it's Blackhead.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It
as a
don't look.
granite
It
guy, I
don't look.
think
It don't
it's
look. It don't look that dark to me for blackhead. But if you
yeah. I
see it,
think
I
it's
say more. It's
Nanny.
maybe nanny.
Yeah,
All right, I'm back.
I think
it's a
this is
Granite
nanny.
Gene. I got Blackhead Enchi and it don't look like that.
mm-mm.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
it's
Blackhead
not
Enchi's
black.
obvious as
Yeah,
hell.
that's not blackhead entry.
Say that's Nanny.
That's nanny for sure.
Somebody
Somebody
phone.
drop some.
Hey, Nick, is that you?
Everybody okay?
Hello.
Hold on, I gotta come back in.
Okay.
My
Oh,
shit's messed
you
up.
wildin'. Get out of here. That shit.
Yeah, get on here. Man sounded like God when he started speaking.
That boy said, "Pause. You wildin'. Get your ass out of here, then."
I don't think he did
Yo,
shit.
yo, that was
All right,
funny as hell.
so this I don't know what the
Black
fuck this is.
Pin Nanny
Pastel.
Pastel. Maybe Inchy, but I would think Inchy would break it up more. Pin Nanny Pin or Nanny Pin Pastel. Do you got fire in there too?
Hell no.
Nah. Look at that. We got the
Nanny
whole Airbnb up here almost.
Nanny Pastel Pin. That's a fact.
He got offended by you asking if he had fire.
Nah, I really did. Yeah.
Sorry, I had a connection issue. I'm back now.
Oh, go back to. I think DJ wasn't done.
I ain't
Oh,
know
Were you
what
done, DJ?
No,
He just-
I ain't know.
I just went to eggs. I didn't even see.
So that one I think is
It's the same one, Wiz, that I just had.
yeah, that one I think is Pin
Nanny pin,
Nanny
pastel.
Pastel.
Nanny pinstripe.
Yeah, I don't see the black head in that one.
That's it.
Although
No,
that
I
head
don't
is
see-
pretty dark. It's kind
Let
of
me
crazy.
see that one. Let me see the head closer.
But I got a black head.
Oh.
So.
Can I see the
Good
stripe
pause.
on the side? Head stripe, eye stripe.
Wow.
Yeah, that's Enchi.
Great,
So
wow.
that's pastel Enchi Nanny pinstripe.
Yeah, that's what I'm. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about the Inchy, but I agree with everything else.
If you look at the lower half of the alien heads, they're
Like,
oranger from the
look at the
Enchi.
Yeah,
one,
the pixelation.
bro.
Darkening.
Look at the one
at the
under
top
it, bro.
from the Enchi, and the stripe is a
The
lot
head, look at
fatter.
that. Look at the head. You can see
The
the
one
Yeah,
under
give
it,
it.
I think.
Yeah,
is
get
the
another
Inchy, bro.
similar one so we can look. We can compare.
That one's Inchy. Same shit, but with Inchy, bro.
I think this
Yeah,
one.
it's cleaner too. Yeah,
the
it's
same
cleaner.
shit with Inchy, bro.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That one there don't have the nanny. The one in your left hand doesn't have the nanny. It's the
Yeah,
same
it's
thing,
not
but the
nanny.
one on the right has the nanny.
No. Well, maybe.
100%.
No,
Maybe.
I still think they both have nanny.
I think they're both the same. The one on the left just has Inchy. The one in your
Yeah,
right
look at that
hand
busy
does
pattern.
not.
That's
Only
granite.
thing that's Nanny, bro.
Yeah, it's nanny for
Yeah, they
sure.
both
Has
have
nanny,
nanny, pastel.
nanny,
The only
pin.
difference is Enchi.
What's up,
Enchi
I don't
bringing
even
Enchi
out
got
think
the
the
that
one,
there's
gold.
the
a
other one
difference
ain't.
other than polygenics. They both look Enchi.
It's Inchy, bro.
Now, see,
Trust me.
the one
Look
on the
at
left
look at the
has
tail.
cleaner
Look at how
pattern.
spread out it is inside the
Yeah,
alien heads,
that's
bro.
tough.
That's Inchy.
Yeah, it has more keyholes on the right hand side. You're
Yeah,
right. I
that's
see
the
it
only
now.
difference. That's the only difference.
Yeah,
Big
Enchi's
Dan in the
cleaning it
building.
up a little
Because the
bit.
nanny's what's making all the hooking and weird shit off the dorsal, so both of them definitely have that.
Exactly.
You're
Yeah,
right.
no, that
And now
dorsal
that one I
involvement's definitely
don't know
granite.
about Nanny in that one. I don't know about Nanny in that one, but I
say
think
nanny.
everything else. I think that was
That-
Inchy Pin Pastel. I can't say 100% Nanny. It wouldn't surprise me if it is, though. It's just less expression on the dorsal.
I mean, do pin
Young
dorsals
homie
usually look
Jay.
like that in combos?
Can I
Yeah,
see
we got
that
to meet
one
him.
next to the next to the more reduced one, yeah.
See what I'm saying? I don't know. It's very
Now, when you
similar, but
put blackhead into
I got a
pinstripe, it's
nanny
gonna
I forgot
hide
about
a
the
little
blackhead
better.
too. Shit. Hold on. You're right. I forgot about the blackhead. Forgot about the blackhead.
Wait, so you
Now,
had a
That
blackhead
throws
nanny this whole time?
that throws a wrench in things.
Oh, me?
So that
no, I don't see blackhead in neither one of those.
yeah. So I think those two are pretty much the same actually.
I see blackhead in that super dark one.
Yeah, that's blackhead,
That last pastel you had in your
nanny,
hand on top, I
pinstripe.
think that one, the last one on top that you had, yeah, that one. I think that's pastel and she pinstripe. That's all I think it is.
Yeah, I
I
don't
got
think
a
the nanny
blackhead
hit that
pin
one
and a
either.
nanny
I agree
pin
with you there.
in my
Yeah.
hands.
Oh, hold on, let me show.
It's the blackhead pin and it's a nanny pin.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
This is in shed though.
It's shit.
Hey, show that dorsal on the nanny pin. Other one.
I got it.
It's orange too.
It's bright
Yeah, see how that gold
and
thick
all the
stripe? Yeah, I think all
all the
three of
shit
those were
that's happening.
nanny.
Actually, I think you're right, man. All three of them
Yep.
might be nanny, bro.
Yeah, there's heavy granite involvement.
You're right.
See, I
Hell yeah,
think
good
that
thing
there's
Prophet had them.
blackhead in one or two of them, and it's
Blackhead,
throwing
yeah.
us off though. Because
I got a
the
blackhead pin.
and the
Hold on.
nanny, I think, is what's making the hooks in the dorsal. But I can't
Hey.
say because I don't know this from experience. Nanny is one of those trivial mutations for me.
Pinstripe.
The-
Pinstripe. What I was gonna say? You need a nanny episode now, Jared.
It's
Yeah, because I need to
blackhead,
learn more about nanny myself.
Hey, I got a great debate
Personally.
topic:
Blackhead,
nanny
yellow
versus
belly
carnage.
Oh shit. What
Blackhead,
is it?
yellow belly, blackhead, yellow belly pinstripe. Heck, double head kiki.
I'm liking how much kind of pattern it brings back.
I
Yeah,
don't know
see, the
y'all-
blackhead wants to chain the side pattern though up, and I'm not seeing that in the other animals.
But what about the cinnamon? We're forgetting the cinnamon is in there too.
So
Oh, look
see
at
how
you!
the
You got mood
blackhead-
lighting and everything.
Yeah, but
See
with
how the blackhead
pastel and
puts that
cinnamon, it'll
black
be a
in there?
different color palette.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm missing one more egg.
But it got
One more
the
egg.
dark-
Is still, one more snake is still in the egg.
It got the dark eye stripes.
That's the pewter
what
though
it
for
is
sure.
with the blackhead. But go ahead. I forgot about the cinnamon too. Shit. So that dark one might be blackhead, nanny, cinnamon, pinstripe.
Oh shit! There's cinnamon in there too.
Yeah, there's cinnamon involved. That one there is blue. That one there is pinstripe, nanny, cinnamon,
Yeah.
and blackhead. That one's got to have
That's
it all.
everything except
for
pastel, bro.
Enchi.
And the
Are you
Enchi,
sure that's pinstripe? No, I'm just
Yeah,
kidding.
100%.
Hold on, let
That's
me see it
everything
again.
except Enchi and
And
pastel. Yeah,
I agree with you there.
because
Yes,
you
sir,
even have the
that's the banger.
stretching of the blackhead through the pattern and everything like that. That's everything but pastel Enchi. That's the all
Pastel.
gene you want.
Lemon Blast are way more reduced. Those all have nannies. I think so. I think all three of those have nanny. I think two of them have Enchi. One of them don't. Actually, I don't know. Jared, you might be right, bro. That first one might
This
have
shit
Enchi in
is
it.
nuts.
We'll go back to
No,
them, but
I think that
one
first
you
one
just
doesn't
put
Enchi. That
down
pattern's
is
too busy.
cinnamon, blackhead, nanny,
Yeah.
pinstripe.
That's what both of those were head kikis.
Heck, Kikis. Yeah.
That I pulled out.
Yeah.
Can I see that first dark one, the normalish looking one again?
The nanny looking one.
Yeah, the one
Yep.
you started with.
Yeah, I think that one's a nanny.
That's nanny for sure.
Because I cut out right at that.
I don't think the blackhead's in there.
Hmm.
It'd be darker.
And
The head,
a nanny Enchi.
I don't
Nah, I
think
don't
it's in
think
there.
I
Y'all
don't
need
see
me.
Enchi.
I'm
Y'all
asking.
need me.
It's not
Y'all
in
need me to
Enchi-
show
Enchi-
y'all my.
That's
I
just
have a
nanny.
single gene. I have a single gene nanny. Do y'all need me to show that so he can compare?
What did you say,
That-
Keys?
Yeah,
I don't
Put
see
these eggs back
Enchi.
for a second.
it's just nanny.
Yeah, no, there's
That's
no
just
Enchi.
nanny.
Enchi with granite genes are very reactive.
Yeah, it's just nanny. I got an Enchi blackhead. I got an Enchi.
Yeah, John
I got a
says
bunch of
just
Enchi.
nanny.
Yeah, it's just nanny.
I'm not familiar enough with the Enchi nanny and that shit. So I'm asking.
Yeah.
Fucking fly.
Yeah,
And
man.
nanny Kikis.
Hey, Oatmeal. So.
You know why?
You know
nanny?
what, bro? The one on the water bowl is the only one I think that got the nanny in it, bro. Look
Now
how
look,
crazy
remember
that
how
dorsal is, bro.
That shit-
Put it back down. Bro,
Yeah,
look
but
at that
remember,
dorsal, bro.
Wiz's nanny pin had a really, really bright golden dorsal, though.
Mine didn't have nanny. It was
That
just
was my
black.
nanny pin.
That was.
Oh no, did I say? Did I say Wiz? God,
Yeah.
why do I keep saying your name?
I don't
Maybe the
know.
one.
Because Justin.
It happened all the time. It
You
happened
know what's
all the
crazy?
time, bro.
We was coming off. We was going up the escalator,
Wow.
and some lady was like, "Look, it's twins." I'm like, "What?"
Bro,
No.
swear to God.
Yo, you
Like,
guys
She
are
was like,
thinking
"Hey,
that's
some
sick.
To
twins."
identify snakes.
You call y'all
Take
twins?
photographs
Yeah,
and you
some
do
lady called us twins
identifications.
upstairs.
She was like, "Twins."
Like,
Hold on,
no,
Alex, where you at?
no.
I should have ran with that shit, bro.
I was about to say no, we cousins, but we was on the escalator.
Shit.
Yeah,
that
that's a
just
high,
nanny?
high expression.
That's a nice nanny, a lot.
That is a beautiful
Is it he-
nanny.
is
You
it heifer
muted, bro.
anything?
I think you muted.
Can't hear you.
No hits, just single gene nanny I got from Bosa. None.
Damn.
Oh, that's
Oh,
That's
that makes
very,
sense.
very high expression.
That makes sense. Because
That's crazy.
That
man.
looks kind of like my carbon.
That's crazy for the
And if that's a
Explain
normal single gene nanny, then I don't see how that one that I said looked like it could be Inchy wouldn't be nanny.
That's not your average nanny right there, though.
Now
That's
that you
not.
said
That's,
that is
I
That's
think
not
that
your
that
average
one
nanny,
could be
bro.
Inchy nanny. Just saying.
it's
that's not
inchy,
inchy, bro.
It's
I
not
think
It's
you.
not
I think
inchy.
you bad at ID
No,
inchy, bro.
DJ, what DJ got
Yo,
is
you gonna
not
get
inchy.
your genetic ID card taken away saying that.
Well, look at that thing. If that's a single gene, that's not a single gene then.
Now I'm just calling that normal looking thing a nanny. I'm saying. I mean, inchy.
Inchy. Yeah. No, that's not a standard nanny, bro. That's an
That
exceptional
is
nanny.
wow.
Right
That
there.
is super crazy.
Well, shout out to
Do you guys-
Spoonalicious
No,
Bosa.
you got
Find
something
out,
extra in that.
Did
as well.
Hey,
Bosa
Ron,
make that
no
or did he buy it?
Huh?
Hey, do you mind if I show
No,
these extra
no,
quick so I can
Bosa
put it
made
back?
this.
He made it.
Bosa made this.
You
Yeah.
gotta find out what the parent was. 'Cause that's crazy.
Yep. Both all at me, man. Yeah, Darian, what you got?
All right. This is Hypo DG Clown Project Clutch. It was Hypo DG Het Clown to GHI Enchi Mojave Fire Het DG.
Ah,
So I think this
Yeah.
is the DG version of the mom.
yeah.
Inchy Mojave. That's
DG
a visual
Mojave Fire.
hypo.
Yeah.
Hey, I need a
Yeah.
female.
That's a visual hypo. That's not. That's Inchy
D-
DG.
It's
DG
DG for sure.
DG Enchi. DG
Yeah.
Enchi.
Inchy. What else is in
Yeah.
there?
It could be there could be fire, but I'm not sure if
I
it's
don't know.
fire.
Could be fire.
So this
That
is
might-
actually so
that
this is
might
a
be
really
fire actually. Fire.
this is a
Inchy
really
DG.
interesting this is a really
Very
interesting entry line. So this comes from my friend
I like
Dennis.
I like
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
It's super banded
So
and clean.
yeah, like but the bands are skinny.
Yeah, I like that line.
It's got super skinny bands. Yeah, he's the king of entry
What
in
is
my
that
book.
next to it on the right?
It's got to be lesser
what is
Inchy.
No. That's your left. The other side. Yeah, that one.
Lesser Inchy.
So this is Enchi Mojave.
Yeah.
Okay, Mojave. That's a
What,
hypo.
DG?
That's got to be a hypo.
That shit look
Or
crazy.
DG, I mean, excuse me, DG. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's got to
Gotta
be a
be
DG.
You think so?
Yeah, look how
Yeah.
clean
Yeah,
the
with how
alien
clean
heads
it is
bro.
and how reduced the alien heads are, yeah.
That's a DG.
I don't know, I've made some super clean Enchi Mojaves. But
Dude,
yeah,
nah, that's too clean. This
That's
gotta
DG.
be DG.
I
That's
got
emoji.
pretty good odds because I think I got everything but one DG. I think this is the only non-DG.
John says he
Oh,
think it
hold
got
on.
fire in it.
Oh, maybe fire too. You're
Maybe
right.
fire,
You're right, John.
yeah.
You may be
Yep,
right.
yep.
You probably
It is
right, John,
light.
actually.
Clean.
See, that's the only one I
DHI
don't know
fire
about
there.
because
That's yeah.
DG and
DHI
GHI
fire.
take a minute to see, so I
Yeah.
don't know
Mhm.
if that was a visual.
This one, oh no, this
Those other three are
yeah,
visuals
yeah.
for sure.
Can't even. It's so grand. It's granity.
That's great.
is super grandy. Yeah, I don't know where the granite's coming from. Yesterday. Well, no, I cut them open. Was it last night? Oh no, I'm exhausted. No,
Those
I
three
think it
in
was
the
last
middle
night.
are definitely visual DG.
These three.
The three in the middle. So like
NTGHI.
that one, the one at the top. Is there hypo in there in that pairing too? Can you hit visual hypos?
So-
I think that's a DG hypo, bro.
The mom tested as not at hypo, but you know,
Let me see
it
that
was tested
GHI
through
Mojave.
RGI. So
Let me see that GHI Mojave again. Yeah,
yeah, I was thinking she looked hypo
man.
too, but
that
it's
shit like a
DG.
hypo, bro.
You
But
think?
maybe
I
it's
feel
just
it's
the
hypo.
I think it's
It look
DG.
hypo.
It's a hypo.
God damn.
The DG
I made
could be
them.
making it look hypo with the combo, yeah.
Yeah,
I
so like
mean,
DG, what I've seen for GHI DGs is some of them have a really, really hypo look. And she is technically 100%
yeah,
het
we'll see
hypo.
when it's shed. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and they're gonna, this one
So I
especially
still
is gonna
think
change
those
a
three
bit.
are DGs. That one, the Inchy one, and then that lesser or Mojave joint.
I
I
like
Think
think
it's,
that,
those three are
man.
DGs. That's
Yeah,
definitely
That's
DG.
clean.
It's clean as fuck.
yeah.
yeah, look at how like just crazy. And then his dentist is, and she is super clean. He
Yeah,
has,
that's clean as hell.
yeah, yeah. Dude, he's
Look
got
at
the best
that.
entry. See, you ready? Now you got a little bit left.
DG for sure. Look at the haircut.
Said he
Yeah,
works
bro,
two
that's DG for
distinct
sure.
lines, right?
Uh-oh.
Yeah, so he's got one for his Sentinel stuff and then one for
They look
his
hypo when they
Is
come
that
out
who
the
it
Brugos
is?
mama
DG
hypo.
Hypo
The
stuff.
Dennis West.
Dennis right there, yeah.
Yes, sir.
All
Yeah.
Yeah,
right.
he's in
Yeah.
here.
Yeah. That's
They look
tough.
hypo when they come out the mom look hypo. Damn, bro, I'm gonna have to holler at you. I'm gonna need some of that DG line.
Yo, yeah, you hit up Dennis. He's got some
Yeah, I'm
just
gonna holler at
crazy
Dennis, bro.
quality
Even
stuff.
though he a Raiders fan, I'm gonna holler at him, man. I ain't got no
Yeah.
Yeah.
animosity against against no Raiders fans. You know what I mean?
Damn, if you
You
say
feel
that,
me?
he's not gonna show you his dope ass Trugo stuff.
No, I got no animosity against Raiders fans, bro. As long as it ain't Cowboys or you know.
Giants, right? Giants, right?
Yeah, the
Ain't Cowboys the
Giants.
Giants.
Yeah, that's a very nice DG. Say
Yeah,
what, Nick?
stupid nice DG.
Way home.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Nice.
Team Hypo.
Team Hypo. Yeah. Elias's favorite recessive.
Elias's
I shot you out on the show
Don't play
too.
with me.
bro. Bro, immediately, whoever talked to Jared, I think was like, yeah. So, tell everybody what you got, Elias, man. Tell everybody. Put Elias right on the spot. Puzzle gang. No, it's Team Hypo over here, bro. It's Team Hypo.
Hypo puzzle.
Team
Yes, sir. Hypo
puzzles.
puzzle.
Hypo
I just
puzzle.
have I
Who is
just
that? Is
have a
that you,
very
Ron?
ashy
No, that's
looking
DJ.
puzzle. That's all.
That's DJ.
You're gonna love that mail so much when he starts making you some like hypo puzzle stuff.
Right?
All right, I gotta turn this light back on so I can finish feeding. Yeah, he gonna work the Hypo out,
No, that would be a mistake.
or just not brief for it.
Yeah.
The hypo is just for the customers. It's not for me. I'm holding back all none.
Huh?
Oh, that's got some good banding too. Look at that.
Unfortunately, yes, one of my females is a pos head hypo, unfortunately. But the other female, no hypo in it.
Some darkness.
There you go.
Darkness. I like the hair stamp.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was the asphalt female to the head puzzle male.
Oh, okay.
Just building some building blocks.
Breeding for the future. See the signs.
Yeah.
Het ashy just mean het DG or het hypo. In Elias's terms, especially hypo, is ashy.
Hey Ash.
So
Hey
we
Ash.
call him het DG or het ashy. You got yellow belly in there, DJ?
Asphalt.
Oh yeah.
Oh, asphalt. Yeah.
Hypo. Everything. Slate.
You know what it is. Elias team hypo. Everything.
Hypo the world.
Yes, sir.
I don't know who Elias with the A is, so
Oh,
that must
yeah,
be a
I see the
different
belly
person.
on that one, DJ.
Alias. I didn't even notice that. Elias gonna be talking hypo all the time. Oh, just wait, bro. It's gonna slowly
Let's-
change his mind.
Show us the bellies too, DJ.
Shout out to Jamie.
Yeah.
Yeah, we definitely will need to see the bellies on those. Gotta finish these. So I'll keep distracted.
Oh yeah, that one's got the asphalt.
Yeah, this the first one. They got a crazy ass head stamp too.
We hear you, just soft, Nick.
This is the second one.
Pause.
Good pause.
Crazy.
You said it though. That's crazy. You said it.
I know. I said it, bro. That's wild business, man.
So you're gonna end up using some of these to take direction towards like a super asphalt puzzle or a freeway puzzle.
You know it. You know it.
Hell yeah.
That's the plan. I know this one. I think this one is asphalt too. Though. This one's
Let's see the
Yeah,
gut. It looks
yeah,
asphalt.
it's
Yeah.
asphalt. That's
Show
asphalt.
us the good.
So the one thing I noticed with the asphalt is you get a really dark black edge along the belly, and then you get that choppiness like yellow belly, but you don't get as much orange checkering throughout along
yeah,
the
yeah,
sides.
yeah. That's what I noticed too.
It's a lot bolder, it's a lot more contrasting, and then the keyholes almost want to just kind of round off at the top. Like
I
that
think
one don't look asphalt.
Nah,
That one's
that's not
not. Yeah.
asphalt.
nah, that one look wrong.
The flaming to me is the key for the asphalt, man.
Gary,
Like
how
it's
confident
so
were you in
much flame.
those lace handlers I got? You think they're pretty sure they're lace, or
Team lace
Yeah,
lace the
hundred
bro.
percent. I grabbed two. I know nothing about lace though, so I just best guess chose the best two looking of the clutch, and
Darren helped you.
with the lace yeah, and I yellow showed pictures and belly. stuff, but I can pull them out here in a minute if you guys
Oh
like.
yeah,
Let's
there
see
you
stuff.
go. That's that
Yeah,
nice edging, the
yeah,
choppiness on the belly, but it's like, it doesn't give you that same checkering. It's just that choppiness. To me, asphalt and gravel has a certain distinction. But can you pick it out in a clutch of yellow belly mixes? Unlikely.
I think this one just normal. Yeah.
So
yeah.
shout out to
Yeah,
Charlie
that's
at Shed
classic.
Testing. Make sure you guys are using your 15% off. Actually,
God,
10% off.
10% off discount code
where's
Whiskey
everybody?
Bomb 10.
So I'm thinking I
Shed
hit
test
like
taco.
four asphalts and two normals.
Yeah, I agree, Jason. Yellow Belly looks more like an 8-bit. Like,
So definitely shout out to Charlie. We'll be getting these shed tested. Damn, bro, what do
Yeah,
y'all?
Gotta
good
flip my
job.
figure
camera.
out which one's a puzzle.
Yeah, well, I want all the asphalt head puzzles. I
Ron,
would
did
keep.
you have a snake to show off?
Who me? Well, I mean,
Yeah.
just in case somebody
Um,
else does. People are hungry.
this is um, this is some of my shed outs. So
Let's go.
I'm handling them now because they just shed today. So I don't feed till like a week and a half after they first shed.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna
So
try that. I'm gonna try that.
Yeah, try to do two
What's
weeks,
why do you
I
do it
usually
that
wait
way?
about 2 weeks too. Yeah.
Curiosity.
and they always eat.
What's
yeah,
the
because
reason?
sometimes I try a little bit early and sometimes they'll take and sometimes they won't. So
Yeah.
instead of stressing myself out, I just wait like 2 weeks. I have like more than enough snakes actually to like messing around with this.
Is it just to
Ooh,
keep stress levels low?
ooh,
As it goes, VPI Exantic, Pulsite Clown.
Damn.
that's
This
Shit,
is
that's
man,
nice.
that is nice.
like the first
Sheesh.
one. This is a male. So until I actually hit on the triple visual, this is going to be the whole back.
That's your
Yeah.
powerhouse.
Yeah, I got three more clutches for that combo. So this is the first one that came out the egg. So um, this is my first. I have to say, for now, it's a whole back.
I think it's
So
beautiful.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
the next one is the sibling, which is another male, but this one's already spoken for. I mean, like it was spoken for off the egg, and
Yeah, can't hate when that happens, right?
um, lesser desert ghost, VPI Exantic. Now the difference is if he proves
Spot
out
nose,
head
bro.
down, if he
You got
proves
spot
out,
nose.
I'm sorry.
You have spot nose. That's spot
Definitely
nose
spot nose.
all day.
Definitely
Oh
spot nose.
snap! Oh snap! Okay, cool. So now I gotta recheck
Definitely
this
spot
because
nose, bro.
I thought it was just a lesser Desert Ghost VPI.
Bro, that's
Lesser
spot
spot
nose all
nose, bro. I
day,
made
bro.
plenty of them.
Congrats.
Yeah, lesser spot nose.
Oh shit! All right, cool.
You
Guess
could
someone's
tell
not getting
because
this
of
snake.
cause of the little
Yeah, I guess.
Batmans inside the alien heads. The little
Well,
Batman symbols.
I have another lesser, but oh man,
There's a
screw
spot
that.
nose.
I'm not giving away that extra gene if this has spot nose. I mean, like the female is a spot nose, and the male was a lesser. So I ID this basically, thinking it was just a lesser.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's lesser spot nose.
So, but then again, also with the DG. So,
That's nice. Can you show me that first one again?
hold on, let me show this. I'll just snake out the other one that I have.
I didn't see it in the first one. I just want to look at it again. Man, that first one might even have the spot nose. Honestly, it looked like it to me, but I didn't want to say nothing until I seen this. Until I seen more. But when I pulled the second one out, it was spot nose for sure. And DG mutes the spot nose a little bit.
Yeah,
The
they
both
spot
both
nose.
of those are spot nose, bro.
Without a doubt, bro. And DG.
100%, both of them.
Yep.
And I got 3 more. I mean, like, I didn't want to pull them all out, but I got 3 more actually.
Damn.
Oh,
Yeah,
heck,
if you question
you
anything,
know
Even better.
what?
I see him.
You know what? Forget it. I'm gonna shed test them all. I mean, like, just to make sure, that spot nose and lesser thing, just to cross out the doubts. Now this one, I'm calling her because she's a female. I call her the chocolate swirl. And the reason I'm calling her the chocolate swirl is because she is, and add something on. Help me out with the ID. But this is a vanilla chocolate hurricane clown. Head desert ghost, pos head hypo.
Damn.
Oh, she's got
Mm.
lesser.
Damn.
He didn't say lesser. It looked lesser. What do you
That's
say?
Oh, it's
lesser.
Well, that's
100%
the
lesser.
thing.
Oh,
I I I
Lesser, yeah.
I do have. I don't know if it's vanilla or lesser because I have
It's
like
only
6.
lesser that can do
No,
that.
it's
Vanilla
lesser.
won't do that.
That's lesser for sure.
You think so?
yeah, that's lesser,
100%.
100%.
All
bro.
right.
There's
Let
no
me let
doubt.
me show you. Let me show you the other one that I figured this one was vanilla instead of lesser because I'm going to show you the lesser one and then you could help me out with that because I got that question. So
That head stuff is crazy though.
There's no doubt that that's lesser
Yeah, it's
chocolate,
lesser.
spot
Yeah, lesser and
nose,
chocolate.
and likely
oh,
vanilla.
yeah, there's no spot nose in this. This is hurricane.
Oh, hurricane.
Yeah,
That's what I meant. That's
hurricane.
what I
Yeah,
meant.
Yeah,
Hurricane.
hurricane.
Hurricane. Hurricane.
clown.
Hurricane. Yeah.
Let me get the other one to do the comparison. As a matter of fact, let me pull all the hurricanes out. Wait a second.
Yeah. Wiz saw that right away. That's lesser.
That was
or
me.
Terry. Yeah,
Yeah.
Terry did.
Everybody saying, "Oh, I guess we sound alike too." Wiz.
Yeah, I guess we look at
Sound
No,
like-
y'all were
like-
talking at the same time.
Nah, I'm just fuck with you. I'm fuck with you.
No, we fuck with you, bro. It happens all the time, bro. We used to it, man. Trust me. And that's crazy because even my mom was like, "Yeah, he looked like he could be related."
My
to
baby
y'all."
mother said it. Oh, that's looks like your brother. Like I know.
He could be related to y'all for sure. Here,
Can't- like
YouTube,
this shit.
just like this, bro.
This
Facts.
Sure, you sure it wasn't
Real
23andMe?
shit.
We might have to, bro. We might have to.
It could be right. You never
Send
know.
you guys in for
Pops was a
shed
Rolling
test.
Stone.
Yeah, bro. You never know.
You never know.
Charlie
Congrats,
starts
Mike and
doing
Melissa.
human DNA testing.
Congrats. Shout out to Charlie.
See, now I
Oh,
got-
drop it in
Yo.
the chat.
Joe.
So shout out to
What
Mike
up,
and
Joe?
Melissa. They're the latest Weekend Warriors, man. Salute to them. Appreciate y'all.
Oh,
And look
you
at
know
all
what
the
that
love
means.
they got of it. I
Hold on.
almost rocked the same joint too. I'm glad I didn't. It would have been some serious triplets because Ron got it on too. Ron representing for Mike and Melissa also. So salute to y'all, man. They it's all dark side up in there.
Double
yeah,
twinning
let's go.
right here.
Double
Shout
twin. Who else up there? Who the twin
Oh,
up
wait,
there?
hold
Right
on, I
there.
ain't done, I
Damn.
ain't done.
You ain't right. But we got to get it. We gotta get it.
Nick didn't give me no
How
hat.
fresh that look together, bro.
Hey,
That
Nick,
fresh.
Nick didn't give me no hat, but I'm still representing for Big Double L.
That's
You already know
matching
what
too.
it is.
Yeah. I should have thrown up the joint for
Shut up, Double
Unlock too. Cause Nick is a
Nick
weekend
is
warrior
a-
too. Salute to
Shut
Shout
up.
out to Nick.
too. Yeah.
These are the female hurricanes. So let me start with this
Hurricane.
other-
I got Hurricane this weekend too.
That
And it
one's
might
got
be
the vanilla.
and it might be
That
Head
one's
Crip.
got the vanilla.
Yeah, that's
That one's
vanilla.
lesser
Look how
vanilla.
clean the sides are too. bro.
Hurricane.
There's no
Lesser
no-
vanilla
no-
chocolate. That's what that is. No hurricane.
Wait, this right here?
No,
The
that's
one on
Double.
Nah, yeah, the other one, right? Because this one don't have no lesser in
The
it.
other one is
This is
hurricane. This
vanilla.
is lesser
This
too.
vanilla. This is lesser. This is vanilla.
Yeah, that's
Hurricane.
lesser and vanilla. Vanilla doesn't put that palette, that color palette. Only lesser clowns look like that. So that's
Gotcha.
the
So the
foundation
vanilla
with
really
lesser
cleaned up the
clown.
sides. Then it got rid of the
The vanilla got rid
Yeah,
of the purple.
look at the difference in shades between
Yeah,
those
that
two.
first
The
one
vanilla,
don't.
the more muted one
Yep.
is vanilla. Yeah.
Yeah, but they're
You can
both
see it in
chocolate
the softer
lesser
head as well. Yeah,
clown.
yeah, definitely both chocolate. Like chocolate lesser
The
has that.
softer head
Chocolate
is
lesser clowns
crazy.
have that look. I didn't hear no pause.
Pause.
All right,
I was
so I'm gonna
still
break it
thinking about
down.
the
The one
combos. I'm still
on the
thinking about the
paper
combos.
towel. So the one on the paper towel. Can you spread your hands? Pause.
Pause.
So the one on the paper
Can you
towel
spread
is
your hands?
vanilla.
There should be a rule against self pausing.
Crazy work.
So that
Oh,
one's vanilla, lesser,
can you spread your
chocolate,
hands? Wow.
clown, and it could be DG, right?
No, it's 100% head DG.
Oh, okay, so that one there is chocolate, vanilla, lesser, clown.
That's nice though.
Now
That is nice.
the next one. Show
You
me
got
the
Yellow
next
Belly in
one.
there,
My
Ron?
cell phone died, so I'm gonna have to use the other camera.
Yo, all right.
You got Yellow Belly in there, bro?
Man.
I don't
No,
think so.
Oh.
So you,
no. Let me see if
so
this.
Ron, you don't got to ship to the hub. You can ship it straight to my house. It's fine, okay, bro?
These are like the other ones and stuff.
Yeah, that one's the one with the hurricane, the chocolate, the lesser, and I think in that one has the vanilla too. I think that's the all gene.
What? This one right here? Not that one, right?
That one, yeah, that one's
That
got
I
the
thought he had a
hurricane.
different. I thought he had a different one that looked hurricane.
No, that's the only one that looks hurricane because the hurricane makes it all thin.
Oh,
And this is the other one that's hurricane.
okay. See,
Okay,
the
so
one.
that's another one. Okay, I only seen one.
Yeah, and then basically these are the other two females.
Okay, yeah. So that's the difference
Oh,
between those
that
two.
shit is fire, man.
One's got the
Hey, I like
vanilla, one doesn't.
I like that, man. I like
the dorsal's dope.
That shit is so dope. Yeah, the dorsal is so dope, man.
And then these are the females. Let me show you the male. Help me
Once
out
you
with
put
that.
that hurricane on there, it like looks spot nosy, you know.
It's
Give me one second. It
uh,
was a chocolate Desert Ghost clown head hypo to a lesser vanilla hurricane head clown.
So het DG 50 het hypo.
yeah, that's like the only thing I really want lesser in is clowns.
Some people be. I wish some man when I had all them damn lesser head clown shit. Nobody want to get them. Them bitches was 600-700 grams. I
That's just
wholesale.
you got to see them in the combos because you don't have the
Oh.
imagination. You got to see them. Like you got to see.
Well, no, I got rid of them. I was
No,
just
no, I'm
trying
saying
to.
for other people.
Oh,
Other
people.
Like,
Oh,
other people
yeah.
gotta see
Yeah,
'em. You
yeah,
gotta
yeah.
see.
So
Yeah.
those mutations really just suffer the test of time, you know. People look at those as older mutations and they go, I want to work the newer stuff. And that's the only reason why they don't have a high demand.
And it sucks though because you can still add some newer shit to the old shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, look at that. I mean, that's
Make
beautiful.
stuff like this, but people don't
Exactly.
have. They don't have the creativity.
Yeah.
So what do you think? Hurricane or no hurricane?
That
I'ma
one there, no chocolate. I think that
one is
one's
the other
What?
one
no, that's got chocolate. Yeah, because the
No, I don't
dorsal
think
contrast.
though.
Chocolate lesser hurricane.
I don't think they got hurricane in there compared to like the other one you had.
I think
the
that
side.
one has the vanilla. I think that's all gene with the vanilla
that's-
because the vanilla is fattening it out a little, but it's got the hurricane
Yeah, it's definitely
arches.
What's
and
making you say you got
Yeah.
hurricane? Oh, the arch.
the
Yeah.
arches and
Yeah.
everything.
What's going on
Yeah,
on the
but
dust
but
So
the
you think-
vanilla is gonna act like a fire and fatten things back up. You know.
Okay, so you think the vanilla is causing the alien heads on the side to be thicker?
A little thicker, but you still see the arching from the hurricane. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the darkness
Yeah.
and everything. I think that one's the all gene. The other one that was lighter and thinner pattern had no vanilla, and then I can't really judge the other one that was more stripy because I didn't get a good look at it.
Yeah, let me get the
What's that head stamp look like?
They have
Can you,
real
like, lift it
strong
up
het
and-
DG
yeah.
head stamps.
Oh,
Yeah,
they look the
it's
same.
like a little DG clown head stamp.
Yeah,
Look
they
like
have het DG head stamps for sure.
Look at the eyes, little beady ass
I'm
eyes.
going to show you another one, and I'm gonna need your help on this one because I'm kind of thinking super chocolate hypo desert ghost clown.
Mm.
Oh,
Mm.
ooh, wee.
All right,
Ron got
yo.
Appreciate you, Nick.
Ron got the love seats in the snake room.
Appreciate you jumping by.
Appreciate you, Nick.
Who just left, Darian?
Yeah, nah, Nick.
Nick.
I'm here.
Oh,
No, don't get your hopes up.
nah. Darian's so full of
Did you pick up
Darian.
Apollo? Or you
Yo, me and Darian was like best friends, bro.
Yeah, dude.
Yo, y'all was kicking it, bro. That shit real. Y'all was kicking it,
Bro,
bro.
my girlfriend was
Yo,
like, you know,
Yo, I
she
was
like,
happy to see that when I was like, "Yo, Darian, where you at?" You said, "I'm at DJ tape." Oh man, that's so dope. Y'all motherfuckers was kicking it together.
They was kicking
bro,
it.
my girlfriend was like, did you know him? I said, I've never spoke to that man a day in my life. I saw that shit. I saw them chats.
All right,
There
Ron,
you
what do you
go.
got there?
That's
That
Apollo.
super.
Oh,
The puppy.
Big ass head.
Yeah, hi, Bubba. Yeah, dude, he's got a giant ass head. He's bigger than mine.
he looking like y'all got the same size head, Paul.
I got
Oh,
Okay,
dang.
Ron.
Oh.
Ron.
Oh.
Look how that shit looking. It's like post for the picture.
Definitely chocolate DG.
That shit clean.
Yeah, I don't know that
thick.
super chocolate. Super
thick,
chocolate's like,
though, but I don't know.
yeah, that's.
What was the
You might
pairing,
have some
Ron?
weird chocolate. Hold on one second. You got
Oh,
some
you know what?
interesting
I see
chocolate.
thinner chocolate though. Much thinner. So that's
Where your chocolate line came from, Ron?
That might be super chocolate.
yeah, that might be super.
No, I mean, like, I have the dad, I have the father, and it's no way as light as this one and as dark either.
That
So
that that
the father's the chocolate desert ghost clown had hypo, and the mother was a pastel chocolate triple head.
That's it.
Mm.
I was
That's
just wanting
DG.
some more of those teardrops. Maybe.
Yeah,
But
definitely
that's
DG.
dope.
Yeah, the teardrops. That's the thing. I mean, like, it's kind of I can't see it that
Is
much.
there a couple?
I ain't gonna lie, that shit
That
is
shit look
nuts.
good though.
Yeah, no,
That
that's
look
tough
good.
for
That
sure.
look good.
Oh, there we
I would
go.
agree
Man.
that
Oh man, nigga blushing on the torso.
I would agree that it looks super chocolate DG because the one thing that we, lack to remember is that there's a lot of blade involved in our clown stock all over. So that looks like there may be super chocolate blade
yeah.
DG involved.
Yeah, the
Because
blade.
blade would chain it together and DG would help
No,
that
sir.
chain.
I got a super. I
I
got a
forgot about
chocolate.
the blade.
I got a
Definitely
Yeah.
forgot
chocolate
about
clown
Zom-
right
hey,
now
I'm-
that look exactly like that, except
So I think
not
super
as
chocolate
Thinner
blade
dorsal, right?
DG.
Yep, 100%.
Clown.
I'll grab it. I might get big.
And let me show you the female. I'll get back with that one.
That thing is wild looking. There's no
Yeah.
other explanation.
Yeah.
I can't wait till I hit some chocolate hypo clowns and shit.
And it makes sense too because Blade
in
likes to
shed, but-
increase the color too.
It's just a chocolate clown. His head.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I can definitely
Yeah,
see that.
Pastel and pastel.
Yeah. Just
Yeah.
So that one's a
not
super.
as
Might hit
dark.
one of those too.
I like those teardrops on that.
That was a super.
The other one's like
Yeah.
the other one's I think the other
Yeah.
one's super. I see the other one's super.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
The
other
other
one's
one's
Man,
super.
your ass don't
And
be
then
saying
super with blade makes sense.
Oh, yeah,
Yep,
I got
yep.
some shit over here, bro.
you don't be
Just
saying
let
that you
me-
be
let me
having
work.
these
Let me
meetings,
work,
bro.
man.
You be quiet as hell, bro. Quiet as kept.
And that looks pastel chocolate Blade.
That's nice.
Is that inchy in there?
No,
That's
it's
too clean. Too clean.
Nah, it's got that tightness in the dorsal like the Blade. It's got. I think you definitely got Blade in your.
Yes, yeah.
It's reduced to.
It's just
That
that
shit
head stamp, but that blade dorsal.
Yeah, pastel inchy chocolate Blade. Could be a super.
The other one definitely super.
Yeah, that one could even be a super, but it doesn't have as many drops and cuts, so I don't think it is.
And let me show you a super chocolate hypo. I believe it is.
I gotta make some of them super chocolate hypos. My shit.
Yeah.
Dude, chocolate and
That clown is
cypress
also,
works so well in
head
that.
DG and head hypo too.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
What happened?
Yeah,
I'm
if you
playing-
want to see a cool chocolate cypress,
Oh, you playing a game?
I'm playing Madden. Yeah, I just got an
Oh, Madden.
interception.
Oh.
Justin
Don't the new
at
Madden come out
Ozark
soon?
Mountain. He has a Stranger Honey Cypress Het DG Cryptic on Morph Market right now. That combination is fantastic.
Stranger Honey, Cypress.
Yeah. Oh no, Chocolate Honey Cypress.
Oh, I'm about to say that shit. That sound dope too, though. The Stranger Honey.
It looks strangerish though. That's probably why I misspoke.
Mm. Yeah, buddy.
Rolling like a big shot.
Well,
Oh man, I ain't getting no pictures with nobody. I just want y'all
you
to know that.
didn't?
Bruh, you didn't.
That's
No,
the super
except for
chocolate.
only
And
picture I think I got
Sure.
for with
your
Ron.
left hand is the super.
That's
For
Those
sure.
are both
man.
super.
I think they're
That's
both super.
tough.
Yeah, they're both super.
Oh,
You
Yeah,
like
you
them?
got you in the group photos.
I
They're
want the
both
one
super.
that you want
yeah,
the least.
them. I like
Whichever
those.
one you don't need,
Whichever one you
Is
I'll
that
pick it
a-
up at 10.
whichever one
We'll
the
pick it up at 10.
least. Yeah, it don't.
What
Yeah,
hets are in those?
it don't even care.
That's a visual. That's got to be a hypo.
I think you
Hypo.
did.
Super
Like,
chocolate.
I
Yeah,
don't-
no, they're
Super
hypo.
hypo. Super
The one
chocolate.
in your
They're
left
both hypos.
hand.
Oh, okay, yeah.
there
They're
you
both
go.
hypos. That makes sense.
Yeah, the one in your
Stranger.
left hand has way more nicer blushing, I think.
I think you should add Stranger to that combo
That would be sick.
to bring out more of
How
those
much
blacks.
space to be in between them alien heads and that big bro.
That should go nuts.
Ron's just like the ball python bank down there. He's like, I'm gonna just keep the expensive, nice stuff here safe.
Oh
Hey,
yeah.
you know who got some nice stuff too though down in Puerto Rico? Kenny.
Can y'all see this
You
dude?
got
What
South
up,
Park
Spring?
building. South Park pulled up. We can wear. Appreciate you.
What you pointing at?
The berm. That boy just looking at me, man.
He's just peeking.
Oh,
He
that's
just watching me because I'm
His face?
feeding. That's his body. His head is like right there.
Yeah, we see.
Mhm.
And that's his body right there.
He got the big. Yeah, the rodents out there.
He peeking.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm
I see.
feeding.
He's
Yeah.
like coiled. He's got his coil and then
Yeah, he
He's
got
He's
one
peeping
coil
hard.
up on the window. He peeking.
Check this one.
Ooh,
blackhead.
No,
busy.
Barnhart
Or
Black
black
BP.
pastel.
Yeah, look at that
Yeah.
orange. Is
And
that
what
hypo
else?
too?
Pastel.
Is that a hypo
Leopard.
or is that hypo?
Yeah, Barnhart Black Pastel Leopard Clown.
Yellow belly.
Is it hypo?
Yeah, Yellow Belly also.
Oh, you trying to make you
Motherfucker look great.
a Pompeii?
That look good. Little
Beautiful.
cheetah. Uh-huh.
It's got a red stripe too.
No,
No.
the red from the Barnhart line.
Okay, that's
That's
just
another-
accentuating through.
That's some good quality shit there, Ron.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's bright. as-
Mhm. Just the
I don't know.
craziness with the pattern is what I like.
I don't know if
That's
you
nuts.
guys are like old enough that remember the Thundercats.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Tara.
Tara.
Yeah.
I remember the
Yeah.
Thundercats.
Yep. You remember the
Then
Thundercats?
I wouldn't
Right.
be
How do I
surprised if
remember
you
the
end up
Thundercats
popping
and you
red
don't?
stripe out of
Crazy.
that,
How you
Ron.
remember
Rose-
the Thundercats? But you can remember what I was talking about earlier.
RO is Tiger. Tiger.
Yeah.
That's
Thundercats was
Panthro was
mad.
black.
Ooh.
Panthro
Yeah,
was black.
yeah,
Yo,
yeah,
I want to
yeah.
get a tattoo.
Wildcat,
Elias, tell me how you feel
Wildcat.
about this.
Man. And
DJ
snarf,
Prophet
snarf,
y'all too.
snarf,
I want to get a
snarf.
tattoo of
That's
all
my
the
shit,
low
man.
key black cartoon characters. I'm talking about Panthro.
Static Shock.
I'm talking about Skeeter from Doug Funny. I'm talking about the
Jazz
Shredder.
Transformers.
Who from Transformers?
Jazz.
Jazz, of course, Jazz. Yes.
I
Jazz
like
from
that.
Transformers, bro.
Roblox.
I think I want to get all them, bro. All the like low key black
Last one.
cartoon
wanna-
characters.
It's gonna be
G.I.
fun.
Joe.
Yes.
All right.
Is that a Pompeii?
Yep,
I wish.
that's a Pompeii.
I
That's
wish.
My heart.
What is it then?
Black Pastel, Spot Nose, Yellow Belly Clown.
No
and
red
it's
stripe.
Just missing
funky as
red
fuck.
No red stripe. That shit.
No,
dope,
that's
bro.
a
It don't-
There's no
Pompeii,
red
bro.
stripe. Yeah, that's a Pompeii.
That's a
I can
Pompeii.
show
How
you
do you
that.
say
Hey,
there's no
I'll
red
show you
stripe
that
in that?
combo. I'll show you that combo without red stripe. 1 second.
I know. How are you gonna tell me there's no red stripe there?
I don't know, bro. That
See how
might
the
be
red
right.
is uniform color? You see that? How the red's kind of uniform?
Just like the
If it-
leopard that you just showed, it had red stripe
Yeah.
too. The last one.
If it didn't have
know.
red stripe, the color wouldn't be uniform. There would be
And the head pattern screams red stripe head stamp.
yep. This dude.
I don't know.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
That's a
hold on, I got
Pompeii,
you.
bro.
Hold on, I got you.
hey, switch cameras real quick.
Yeah.
So right.
So this is without red stripe. You see how much kind of bigger the
It's
pattern is.
oranger.
Yeah.
There's
I don't know.
Oh,
That's an
we
adult.
lost you.
Was red stripe in your pairing round?
No, it was the
someone. Oh, sorry,
Barnhart.
someone called me.
It was
Yeah,
the Barnhart Black
I don't think you said that.
Pastel, Yellow Belly, Spark Nose, Head Clown to a Leopard Clown.
That's just the
Damn.
Let
Barnhart.
me
That's that
just say
Barnhart.
this:
That
Red
Barnhart is
Stripe
That's just
has
crazy.
that
been getting
Barnhart.
passed out for free for the past 3 years. That's why they wanted to develop a test for it, because it's hard to identify, especially in a lot of these deeper combos, especially with Black Pastel. I I know that it hides in a lot of clown combos that go out of a lot of different breeders' collections. I can
Yeah,
bet you
yeah.
that's got Red Stripe, and that's a Pompeii
I'll
round.
test it just in case because, like
Yeah,
I
it's
said,
not. It's close as hell. That's the
it's
There's no
Yeah.
Barnhart, bro.
test.
It's
Test
not.
it.
It's
That
not,
there's
is
no
bro.
crazy.
test.
There's
It's
no test
close as
for Red
fuck, bro.
Stripe. Not
Yeah.
yet.
They need one ASAP.
It's
Well,
very
this is a
close,
whole
but it's
pack
not the
anyway,
same.
so
But
Yeah.
yeah, man, that's
Definitely a holdback.
Yeah, it ain't going nowhere. That's the Barnhart, but that's
you'll
definitely
still have it
everything
when the
but red
test
stripe.
drops.
It's a female run.
yeah.
That thing is wild.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Pompeii's are
I
crazy
want to see
big.
that shit. I want to put some shit
Right
on
when he
the wall.
pulled it out, I'm like, that's a
Josh
Pompeii.
says RGI has one, but it has issues.
Do you
Yeah,
guys hear
you don't
me?
want to use any
Yeah, we can hear you.
test that has an
Nope.
issue.
Yeah, we can hear you. You can't hear us? Nope.
What, Darian's audio drop?
Yeah.
Oh, leave and come back. Well, we're about to be cutting this show anyway, so we appreciate everybody stopping out to catch the SEER recap and look at these amazing clutches that everybody's been producing, came back to over the weekend. Um, we appreciate everybody that gives us a follow. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. We host a live show every single day of the week, sometimes multiples on the same day. And don't forget that this Thursday is the special episode of the Genetic Canvas. It's out of our normal routine, but we had to make a special exception for Ralph over in Europe so that he could come join us for the White Flame and Cosmos episode on the Genetic Canvas. So, our regards go out to Mark Mandick and his family, who had a family emergency. I don't know if it was medical or anything, but family emergency, couldn't make the show today. But we will reschedule that Java episode. I know a lot of you are looking forward to it, and I definitely want to touch base with Mark again and get him on the show for that. So we appreciate you all again.
The
Make
Thursday
sure
show
you
will
guys,
not be at 8 o'clock though. It's gonna be
yeah,
at a different time.
8:30 on Thursday. Make sure you guys catch balls and things tomorrow. And who's the guest?
Sloan, Darren,
Darren
Cali Mob,
Sloan.
Cali Mob, the homie.
Definitely tune in for that. He's been producing some fire this season and last season, so definitely
That's
want
a
to check
fact.
that out. But we will catch you all tomorrow in the chats. We appreciate you.
Peace out, guys.
Run the
Get up off Prophet's throne.